the coronavirus. It's support from the city, he says, and community members that's getting them through.
We have seen donations of masks that range from, a dozen, maybe a box, which is like 50 to all the way up to maybe 10,000 number of masks. So we really, been very fortunate. People really are willing to help. They really want to help the medical care personnel and making sure that we're protected.
Their patients, Ty says, are people who may have even lived through this pandemic twice now if they were overseas when it started. He says he's been calling his patients to check in, and for all of those who aren't patients yet.
I have gone to, a couple of the interviews through the local Chinese television stations as another way to really outreach to the community, not just NEMS patients, but all the communities in terms of improving community awareness and the preventions, what can be done to really boost your immune system so that potentially you may not be infected.
Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
A San Francisco-based public transit advocacy group is leading a campaign to supply face masks and face shields to Muni drivers and riders. This comes after Mayor London Breed's statements earlier this week that makes masks mandatory in public during the coronavirus crisis. San Francisco Transit Riders is partnering with the statewide group, the Auntie Sewing Squad and Centwedge, to provide the gear, which will start going out this week. We've got sports with Steve Bitker coming up next.
So, California, you may have heard the local legend that if you eat an ear of corn from the farmer outside of town, you'll sprout an extra pinky toe. While we cannot confirm or deny the validity of the +1 pinky toe corn, we can tell you Geico has been saving people money for over 75 years.
I wouldn't want a pinky toe around for over 75 years.
We can agree on that. We can also agree that Geico's longevity is likely due to the fact that they treat people right, like how they're always around when you need them, with 24/7 access to licensed agents.
An extra pinky toe gives you 24/7 access to discomfort.
True words. I imagine Geico will be around for another 75 years if they keep giving people military and federal discounts.
A surplus pinky toe couldn't help you with any of that. It'd be too busy making your shoes fit all weird.
Geico. You could get legendary savings and more at geico.com, over the phone, or at your local office.
It is an unprecedented time.
People who thought they had the flu or have had no symptoms at all may well have been exposed to the coronavirus without knowing it.
Critical information. Straightforward reporting.
Many people want to know if they've been exposed.
On the Bay Area's news station, KCBS.
KCBS News Time, 1:45. We now go to Steve Bitker.
The Giants and A's are two of at least 27 Major League teams taking part in an extraordinary national antibody test study involving some 10,000 volunteer participants, led in part by the Stanford Medical School, the first such study in the U.S. Its goal is to identify how many people in the general population may have already been asymptomatic carriers of the COVID-19 virus and thus already have the necessary antibodies. The participants include players, their families, team staff, and stadium workers of all ages, genders, and socioeconomic backgrounds. The tests are self-administered from small testing kits received in the mail by a simple prick of the fingertip. The results available 10 minutes later and then returned to the teams with photographic evidence. Houston Astros shortstop Carlos Correa and catcher Martin Maldonado helping to lead COVID-19 relief efforts in their native Puerto Rico. 3 ocean containers containing about $2 million in medical supplies have arrived in San Juan, with a 4th due to arrive next week. Other Puerto Rican players involved include Cleveland's Francisco Lindor, the Cubs' Javier Baez, and Minnesota's Eddie Rosario. At the sports desk, Steve Bitker, KCBS.
Coming up in just about 2 minutes, we will have a look at the roadways, including a serious situation in San Jose that Peter has been keeping his eyes on.
When you're researching something, wading through all of the available information can be daunting, especially when it concerns your retirement. What you want is a thorough analysis from an expert. Well, good news. Greg O'Donnell, founder of O'Donnell Financial Group, has done that for you in his recently published Little Red Book of Retirement. You can get your free copy by scheduling a complimentary no-obligation financial review. Call 866-496-2300 or visit odfigroup.com to download your free copy. The Little Red Book of Retirement series covers everything from the basics of retirement planning to investing, taxes, and so much more. Call now to secure your free copy. 866-496-2300. O'Donnell Financial Group provides a one-stop integrated approach to retirement planning. Schedule a complimentary, no-obligation financial review to get on the path to achieving your retirement goals. And get your free copy of the Little Red Book of Retirement by calling 866-496-2300 or visiting odfigroup.com. Planning and advisory services offered through O'Donnell Financial Group, Inc., a registered investment advisor.
Familiar voices connecting with you wherever you are.
We are now in the midst of a 9:20 a.m. daily Ask the Expert series. Could be any question surrounding the pandemic, whether it's health-related or legal-related, taxes, law, all of those things.
We are here for you.
Email us, ask us at kcbsradio.com. On the air, online, on the radio.com app, all coming up at 9:20.
All news, all the time, on the Bay Area's news station, KCBS.
KCBS News Time 1:48. To San Jose we go, where Peter has been monitoring, like I told you about just a couple minutes ago, a very serious injury accident.
Well, that's right, Ted. This is a special traffic alert from the CHP in San Jose. It's 680 southbound before McKee Road is a solo crash with a car going off the freeway and then down about 50 feet down the embankment. One person still inside, the fire department cutting apart the car, trying to get that person out. Others are already on their way to the hospital, and the right lane is blocked with no estimated time for reopening. And in San Bruno, yet another special traffic alert from the CHP for southbound 101 at 380. It's actually the connector from South 101 to 380. The second lane from the left on that connector is blocked with no estimated time for reopening, according to witnesses. A crash involving a reckless driver. In the Sacramento San Joaquin River Delta, Highway 12 shut down both directions until 5 a.m. tomorrow. This is for bridge work between Highway 160 and Interstate 5. About a 15-mile long stretch of Highway 12. Your alternates to consider Highway 4 or 160 north from Rio Vista, and then back to I-5 through Walnut Grove. Your next traffic update at 1:58 on the Traffic Leader, KCBS.
Thank you, Peter. We now take a look at our 6-day forecast brought to you by Mancini's Sleep World. In this challenging time, Mancini's is still delivering comfort to the Bay Area. Visit sleepworld.com. We are looking at 62 degrees in downtown San Francisco right now, and highs are going to be ranging from the 50s at the coast, mid-60s near the bay, 70 degrees or just about inland tonight. Chance of showers after midnight, lows in the 40s to lower 50s. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy, small chance of rain, patchy morning fog in the valleys, highs in the mid-50s to low 60s. Tuesdays through Thursday, that mercury will rise, highs in the upper 50s to mid-70s, up to the lower 80s in those inland valleys. Friday, continuing nice weather, a little bit clearer, highs in the low 60s to mid-70s at the coast and low 80s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. KCBS News Time 1:50. Expect to see a shining light atop Mount Diablo if you're in the East Bay tonight. KCBS's Carrie Hudasek reports from Walnut Creek, where the beacon will be lit every Sunday until the coronavirus pandemic is over.
It's a way to honor our local heroes who are working to keep us safe from COVID-19.
It is absolutely meant as a salute to all those heroes, the doctors, the nurses, the EMT workers, the grocery store workers, and so many others that are really on the front line as we deal with this pandemic.
Ted Clement, executive director of the Save Mount Diablo nonprofit group, says the beacon on top of Mount Diablo was originally installed and illuminated in 1928 as a way to aid aviation. It's now being lit every Sunday after sunset to offer hope and inspiration to those in the community, reminding us that better days are ahead.
Being able to look up at the mountain, I think is really inspiring for people and is helping so many people get through this.
The beacon is also lit every December 7th on National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. In Walnut Creek, Carrie Hudasek, KCBS.
A Larkspur pastry shop has set up a GoFundMe account and has received enough support to provide twice weekly meals for doctors, nurses, technicians, and other staff at the Marin Health Center. As KCBS's Jeffrey Schaub reports, they are making this effort even though the COVID-19 lockdown has devastated their business.
Emporio Rulli is your classic old world-style Italian pastry and coffee shop. But of late, because they're reduced to takeout only, Gary Rulli says they began cooking dinners, which he is now sharing with hospital workers.
He did the first delivery was we did a Tuscan soup for the nurses.
Then a bolognese lasagna yesterday. Rulli says it's his customers who contributed to a GoFundMe account that have made the meals possible.
We're just trying to do our part.
Even though these are very difficult times. They recently closed 2 cafes at Union Square because of the lockdown and laid off several employees.
We're still down 50% of our sales of normal.
In the North Bay, Jeffrey Schaub, KCBS.
A group of Southern California doctors have published the first ever study linking loss of smell and taste to coronavirus. We get that story from Radio.com reporter Emily Valdez in Los Angeles.
Doctors at UC San Diego say 70% of the patients they studied who tested positive for coronavirus lost their sense of smell and taste.
What's also true is that basically if you have smell loss or taste loss, you are actually 10 times more likely to have COVID-19 or coronavirus rather than other causes of a URI or other flu.
Dr. Carol Yan is one of the researchers.
This is just a preliminary study, of course, and I know there's going to be a lot of research to follow that should hopefully support this data, but really we're trying to increase awareness of this symptom and using it as a marker to potentially have these people tested.
UCSD is now using smell as a screening tool for COVID-19. Yan says if you have flu-like symptoms and you can't smell or taste a thing, time to call your doctor and isolate.
That was reporter Emily Valdez with Radio.com station KNX in Los Angeles.
Business is booming for companies that deliver alcohol.
We have seen explosive growth in the past couple of weeks. So new buyers are up 525%. Sales are up 138%.
Lindsay Andrews is the CEO of Minibar Delivery, which is an app serving about 50 cities in the U.S. She notes that people are drinking more liquor, less beer and champagne, and they're making cocktails.
An Aperol Spritz here, a spicy margarita there. I've definitely been mixing it up myself, so I think people are doing that and trying new things, much like they're doing with cooking.
Andrews notes that e-commerce for alcohol has been slow to catch on, but now she hopes people will continue with delivery service into the future. After all, she points out, a jug of Tito's vodka, for example, is the same no matter which liquor store it comes from. In many states, the only places you can buy liquor are state-owned stores. Those rules have been relaxed in Virginia, for example. Ann Mostu, Bloomberg Radio.
These are trying times for sure. Lives have been altered, routines have been changed, and it seems ever more challenging. I'm Curtis Kim. It's time to connect with neighbors, lend a hand, and embrace reality. Follow the advice of health officials, the governor, and the administration. It's social distancing, not disengagement. KCBS is helping the Bay Area stay connected. For more, go to radio.com/stay connected.
Our government has determined that for the new stay-at-home plan to succeed, certain household appliances are essential. Kitchen and laundry for sure, but communication and entertainment appliances are also deemed essential. If the limited selection at the big box stores isn't enough for you, then let Video Only try to help. There's deep discounts on the 2019 smart TVs or trade-in allowances on the new 2020 models. Better than the club or online. Check out Video Only before you buy, or you'll be sorry.
Everyone's got advice on how to protect your health right now. Hi, I'm Rick Edelman. What I want to do is show you how you can protect your wealth right now for you and your family. First, make sure you have ample cash reserves. This way you won't have to sell investments while prices are down. Second, make sure your portfolio is diversified. Having only a portion of your money in stocks helps reduce your risks. Third, rebalance your portfolio. This lets you turn market volatility to your advantage by buying assets that are suddenly available at lower prices than before. If you're at all concerned about your situation, give us a call here at Edelman Financial Engines. We've been helping our clients get through financial crises for more than 30 years, from the crash of '87 to the dot-com bubble of 2001 to the '08 credit crisis. So call us at 888-PLAN-RIC. That's 888-PLAN-RIC. Or visit rickedelman.com. That's ricedelman.com. Call us and call us right
Is
now.
your sex life less than satisfying? The doctors at Prime Male Medical have the solution, and they guarantee it. Over the last 5 years, they've helped thousands of clients with performance issues.
We have a 99% success rate in treating ED.
That's Dr. Robert Rowley from Prime Male Medical, exclusively dedicated to male impotence and performance issues. Even where Viagra and Cialis have failed, Prime Male Medical has a history of success.
Most impotence problems can be treated in just one visit.
Medication is FDA approved and guaranteed. KCBS listeners get your first visit, PSA test, testosterone test, ultrasound, and a full year of free follow-up visits for just $99. That's a $695 value. For information, go to primemalemedical.com.
Prime Male Medical, with clinics in the East Bay and San Francisco. Call now 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037. Call 415-761-4037.
During the COVID-19 emergency, parks are busy. To keep East Bay Regional Parks open and safe, we need your help. We're in this together. Keep a safe 6-foot distance from other people. For more information, go to ebparks.org.
KCBS News Time 1:58. One last look at the roadways in the 2 o'clock hour. Back to Peter Schofield.
And that means back to San Jose, Ted. This is 680 southbound before McKee. It's a special traffic alert from the CHP. The right lane is blocked with no estimated time for reopening. Because of a serious crash involving a car down the embankment, the fire department is busy with an extrication, cutting the car apart to get the person inside that's trapped. Now, you'll get some brake tapping southbound 680 as you pass Berryessa. Another special traffic alert, this one for San Bruno, the ramp from southbound 101 to 380. The second lane from the left is blocked by this crash, and the backup begins southbound 101 just as you reach the beginning of the connector. That has no estimated time for reopening, and now I see the CHP is setting up a traffic brake, which will slow traffic down southbound 101 even more so, approaching 380. Your next traffic update at 2:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Cloudy and mild about the Bay today. We're looking at temperatures ranging from the 50s to the upper 60s right now. And we've got a chance of showers for the overnight. You're going to see lows in the 40s to the lower 50s. It is Sunday, April 19th, 2020. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Jeffrey Schaub. A McDonald's in Oakland closes after workers strike over claims of unsafe working conditions.
And I'm Melissa Colross with a look at how the coronavirus crisis might inspire us to think differently about the environment.
And of course, we'll keep you updated on all associated coronavirus news as the pandemic continues to develop. I'm Ted Ramey. CBS News covers the world next.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1. San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, a radio.com station.
It's 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Sam Litzinger. Members of Congress and Trump administration officials say they're close to an agreement to approve extra money to help small businesses hurt by the coronavirus. The plan could be announced later today. Congress created a loan program last month as part of a $2.3 trillion economic relief plan, but it's already run out of money. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin.
The president's number one focus is the health of the American public, and the number two focus is the economy. And I think we have a very good plan to deal with both at this point.
He spoke on CNN. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio says so far, Mr. Trump has been doing the wrong thing when it comes to helping local governments.
President Trump, it's as simple as this. This is a moment where you could actually help to save your hometown, or you can turn away and you can fail to protect New Yorkers. And right now, you are failing to protect the very people who you grew up around.
CBS News correspondent Mark Strausman tells us Michigan is one of the states deciding between reopening and trying to make sure more people don't die from the disease.
Michigan's torn between dollar signs and vital signs. It ranks third nationally in COVID-19 deaths, fifth in overall cases. And no state has bled more jobs. Almost 1 in 4 workers in the last 4 weeks. By May 1st, Governor Gretchen Whitmer promises to review her stay-home restrictions.
I'm frustrated, too. None of us wants to be here in this moment.
But lifting those restrictions prematurely could spread the virus.
A Texas police officer is dead. 2 others are seriously injured after a gunman wearing body armor ambushed them when they responded to a 911 call. San Marcos Police Chief Bob Klett.
He ambushed them. He was prepared, ready for them to come in.
and started shooting immediately, and there was nothing they could do to escape the gunfire.
And the suspected attacker apparently killed himself. A Canadian police officer is among several people reported killed in a shooting rampage in Nova Scotia. A man identified as 51-year-old Gabriel Wortman was arrested by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Nothing yet on a possible motive. Mass shootings are relatively rare in Canada, which has tighter gun control laws than the United States. If you're a Bob Dylan fan with deep pockets, this may be for you.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam.
Dylan's handwritten lyrics to The Times They Are A-Changin' are going up for sale. Asking price, $2.2 million. The one-page sheet of lyrics written in a notebook and with changes and scribbles was originally owned by Dylan's current manager. It's now being sold by an anonymous private collector. This is CBS News.
You can listen to CBS News Radio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on radio.com or the radio.com app. Download it today.
Hey, Greg, I'm so sorry to hear about your brother's heart attack.
Thanks. He's okay now, but it really got me thinking about my family. You know, could my wife still pay our mortgage on a heart problem? Or could my kids still go to college?
Well, that is really scary. Yeah, you should call my life insurance agent at Health IQ. When I got life insurance for my family last year, they saved me 41% versus any other company I looked at.
41%? That's huge.
Yep. Health IQ starts by shopping everyone with the top 30 life insurance carriers to make sure they can get the lowest retail rate. Then they apply their exclusive Healthy Lifestyle Savings, which can save you up to 41%. I literally got $1 million in coverage for my family for just $36 a month.
Just $36 a month?
Yep. You should check it out at healthiq.com/easy.
To save that much money, I'm going to check them out right now. What's that link again? healthiq.com/easy?
Yep. healthiq.com/easy.
Now's the time to lock in 3.125% rate and APR for a 30-year fixed with no closing costs. Don't miss out on some of the lowest mortgage rates in history. Learn more by calling Prime Choice Funding now. You'll get competitive rates with no closing costs. Call 866-74-PRIME. That's 866-74-PRIME, 866-74-PRIME, or visit primechoicefunding.com.
Equal housing lender. Call for additional information. NMLS ID number 117375. Not all will qualify. California DBO license number 603F471. Interest rate quoted RS 413-2020 and are subject to change based on credit score of 740 with loan to value of 60%. Additional restrictions may apply. Loans made or arranged pursuant to the California financing law. Other restrictions apply.
I'm sure we all agree that few of us have ever experienced the health challenges we are facing today. Joe Starkey here. Like me, you're at home a lot. That means you've had more time to think about how to safeguard it. Pacific Coast Termite has treated over 90,000 homes, including mine, and they can help you too. They are open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and their service professionals are totally up to the minute on all social distancing and health guidelines. Your safety is our top priority, and our staff is always uniformed, clean, and polite. The recent wet weather has also brought swarming season with it, so it's an ideal time to call for a free inspection. Pacific Coast Termite uses orange oil, so you don't have to move out or even bag your food. We're family owned and operated with always great reviews. Call now and get 10% off all termite treatments. Have any rodents? Oh, yikes. I did, and Pacific Coast Termite solved that problem too. Call them at 800-722-4342 or PacificCoastTermite.com.
There will be parties again soon, and family gatherings. There'll be parades and sporting events and concerts. To help our communities when they come back together, respond to the 2020 census now. Spend a few minutes online today to impact the next 10 years of healthcare, infrastructure, and education. Respond online today to make America's tomorrow brighter. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Ready to own your first real home? The road to unrenting can get a bit rocky. It takes a reliable partner to right wrong turns. That's the role of a realtor, an expert voice of reason helping you navigate the rigmarole of real estate, a trusted ally who knows and represents your rights, so you get all the right guidance on your journey home. Is your agent a realtor? Look for the R. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Coming up on KCBS, how the coronavirus pandemic could help shape the future of architecture. We talked to an expert at 2:20. KCBS News Time 2:15. It is Kevin Radish with sports.
This past week, Steve Kerr and Seattle Seahawks coach Pete Carroll got together for a podcast called The Ringer, and the two men discussed coaching philosophy. Before Kerr became head coach of the Warriors, he thought it'd be a good idea to witness how coaches in different sports ran their programs. And he told Carroll why he was interested in visiting the Seahawks camp.
I'd watched you at SC, and I was blown away by the energy and the joy that your teams played with at USC. And I'd watch your game. It was mesmerizing. There was like this palpable component of fun and joy, and you could see it on the sidelines. Everybody's having a great time. You guys are winning game after game. And it was kind of ironic because I grew up a UCLA fan. I hated USC. But I'd watch you and I'd think, man,
you didn't tell me that on the way in. I would not let it happen.
I waited.
So in 2014, before Kerr took over as head coach of the Warriors, he made plans to visit with Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks. We'll have more on that visit next time. At the Sports Desk, Kevin Radich, KCBS.
Hi, this is KCBS reporter Doug Sovereign, sheltering in place at my new home radio studio while simultaneously homeschooling my 5-year-old twins who occasionally have helpful advice. What should people do to be safe from coronavirus?
Wash hands.
Wash hands? What else?
Use hand sanitizer.
Please do whatever you can to stay well and safe. KCBS is helping the Bay Area stay connected. For more, go to radio.com/stay connected.
A message from First Partner of California, Jennifer Siebel Newsom.
This public health crisis reminds us how important it is that our schools, our healthcare system, and our businesses have the resources they need in order to support the health and well-being of our communities. And the census helps to inform how billions of dollars are distributed to communities across California. So as you stay home, remember to do one more thing for our future and for our children's future. Complete the census.
Visit californiacensus.org for more information.
It is an unprecedented time.
Some patients are not only battling cancer, but COVID-19 too.
Critical information.
Hearts are in the right place, and top-notch care continues for all who need it.
Comprehensive reporting.
It is a city of its own. It's the city of compassion. At Valley Med Center in San Jose, Tim Ryan, KCBS.
On the Bay Area's news station, KCBS.
Traffic and weather together on the 8th, and checking out the issues in San Bruno, we have Peter Schofield.
Thank you, Ted. It's a special traffic alert for San Bruno. This is 101 southbound right at 380. This report brought to you by Chilton Auto Body. The CHP has shut down the connector ramp from southbound 101 to 380 with no estimated time of reopening because of a crash with a car that went about 30 feet off the roadway and then ended up on its side. Traffic is backed up to before Airport Boulevard. As of now, it's about an 8 minutes worth of brake tapping there if you're just now arriving at the backup. So that has the potential to slow you down if you're leaving San Francisco and sweating the airport. But as of now, the delay is about 8 minutes to get through there. In San Jose, 680 southbound at McKee, the right lane is blocked by a crash that's been there for about an hour and a half. The CHP is calling this a special traffic alert. No estimated time for reopening the right lane, and you'll have some brake tapping southbound 680 in San Jose between Berryessa and McKee. While we adapt to the new normal, Chilton Auto Body is committed to help maintain a sense of normalcy. All 12 Chilton Auto Body locations remain open to support you and will pick up and deliver your car when it's ready for the road. Schedule an appointment today at chiltonautobody.com. Your next traffic update, 2:28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Taking a look now at our 6-day forecast. Today we are watching some of those inland highs touch 70 degrees. You're looking at upper 50s by the coast, mid-60s near the bay. Tonight, cloudy, chance of showers after midnight, lows in the 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy with a chance of rain. Patchy morning fog in the inland valleys. Highs in the mid-50s to lower 60s. Tuesday through Thursday, we will be warming up. Partly cloudy, becoming sunny. Highs in the upper 50s to mid-70s, up to the lower 80s inland. Continued like that Friday.